there, Christy, so she's able to join.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Christy. How is your car doing?
I just got it started. It's just a little frustrating. I'm having like the work I'm having done at my house too. I'm having a bunch of construction done to flush out like all the mice up in the crawl space and attic. So we're like, it's a pretty major project. He made some recommendations for my car. I think it's just a matter of I need a new car. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I could try to replace the battery, but I think they just chew through so much electrical that it's so intermittent. So anyway, that's my morning. But I'm on the road.
Well, I'm glad you're able to join us so you can still listen and ask questions.
Awesome.
And we have Miriam, who's also gonna ask some questions. And then we have Maria Parker join us. Hi, Maria.
It's Mariah Parker. Hello.
Mariah, sorry to butcher your name.
It's okay.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you find our Q&A session here?
I received a text message, and I know I had signed up from an ad on Instagram, and I am a licensed esthetician. I've been looking into the spa business before I became a licensed esthetician, which was last year. And I don't have any particular specialization, but I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards a mobile spa than an actual brick and mortar.
What is making you make that decision?
Well, I've found that a lot of my clients like me to come to their homes, or they like to come and get mini facials during their lunch break, right before work or right after work, and the demand is there to provide those type of services without them having to come to my actual location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see there's definitely demand. There's people that want in-home facials, massage therapy, different services like that. Do you have any plan? How would you scale that? Do you see that just doing yourself the services?
Well, I would like to work with one other esthetician or perhaps one other injector, nurse practitioner. I don't do injections. And because that's more popular, the fillers and the Botox and all of that, I would probably work alongside one other person.
Okay. And you said you graduated last year.
Yeah.
And you've been doing mobile services or
I have not actually been doing mobile services. I've been offering consultations for aesthetics, and I've been working at Ulta and doing product demonstrations and offering aesthetic consultations.
Okay, you haven't worked yet at the spa delivering the facials.
That's correct.
Okay. And do you have like a timeline for your business? When would you like to start?
I've always wanted to be able to start my business within 6 months, but and my personal life has been very topsy-turvy that I haven't been able to do that because I've been considering relocating overseas. So every time I say I want to start a business in 6 months, it's like I can't do it because I'm still in the process of relocating and I haven't found a home.
So that is definitely an important thing to decide before you start a business, where you would have your headquarters, and because you'll need to spend money on marketing and things like that, so you don't want to start and then move.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to make the investment until I move. But I'm always open to joining webinars like this one to get additional information on what other companies are doing and how I could possibly build my business when the time is right.
Yes. Do you know what country you're thinking to move?
I'm looking at Australia.
Okay,
but there's other options for South Africa, and we'll see.
Do you have any prior business experience, any sales? Well, I know you work at Ulta as a like a consultant and sales on the
It's
floor.
a prestige beauty advisor position.
Okay, prestige beauty advisor. And you recommend people what products they should purchase and skincare.
Absolutely. We have skincare, hair care, nail care, and makeup.
Okay, and what did you do before you went to aesthetic school?
Before I was there, I was working on a doctorate in divinity. I'm a published author of a book of theology, and I have a podcast on spirituality.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, do you have any questions for me? So, I am the founder of Brilliant Massage and Skin.
Okay.
We've been in business since 2016, 17. Then we ramp up and opened a second location in 2021. We offer facials. We work with PCA Skin as our back bar. Actually, I'm wearing a t-shirt today.
I saw that.
Yes. We also do hydrofacials and waxing, and we do a lot of massage therapy. That is one of our main services that we do. And aesthetics is our second most popular services at our business. That's kind of a short story of myself, what we do. Do you have any like business questions?
Well, I saw that it was a franchise, and I had invested quite a bit of money in a business opportunity. I didn't want to buy out an entire franchise for an exorbitant amount of money when I have some business experience, which I do. And do you have a lower model where it's just like offered to one person, so I'm not doing a full build out?
So that is something that I've been asked before, and it seems like there is a interest for that to start as a solopreneur, like a lower investment. So we can work with that. Yes, we can do that. As far as mobile, it could work, but it would be a little different setup for sure. I mean, you could still use probably our brand names and marketing advice, and systems and like our software. But being on your own,
I'm not going to be a solopreneur. I would hire an independent contractor for massage and an independent contractor for injections.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it depends on also, what state are you in and what.
I'm in New Jersey,
Okay.
but again, am I going to actually start this business in New Jersey? And it's probably 90% no. It's the likelihood that I would actually start a business here is almost 100% no.
Mhm.
Now I am licensed in Texas as an esthetician. I am licensed in Washington as an esthetician, and I applied for additional licensing in Maryland. So it would be one of those three states to start.
Mhm. Yeah, because different states is gonna have different regulations as far as, hiring like employees versus independent contractors. They have a little different, have to look in each state because like if you hire independent contractor, you cannot control their schedule usually, and the taxes are different and things like that. Because we, for example, have employees at our spa, and because of the regulation here, New Jersey, I think it's the same. So that's one thing, having independent contractors, they have to have their own LLCs.
Okay.
Not with you in the business. But the thing with having just one, it's just one contractor. What happens if they get sick, or then you're back out on your own. So I recommend having a little bit bigger team and maybe considering like a small location, like a 1 or 2 treatment room.
Well, that's the thing. If I had a location, it would be the investment level I would start at. That's why I was saying, do you have a lower investment level for a smaller model company?
Well, for example, so we're doing a pop-up right now in Vermont because not so much that we wanted a lower investment, but because we couldn't find the proper real estate that was bigger at this time. that was suitable. So we are doing a one treatment room, and then we will, as we ramp up and we can find the proper space, we're gonna move into a bigger space. So yes, that's definitely an option, but with the vision that you would move into bigger space eventually, or grow the business.
Okay. So you would offer that for expansion purposes.
Yes.
Okay, because I use the Raya product line for my facials and skincare, and there's some massage oils in there as well that we can use. Are we restricted to only using the PCA product line with Brilliant?
So that would be these, yes, because we would want, like, if people went to different location, we would want them to be able to get, the same experience.
For sure, because it's a franchise, so it has to be branded with PCA products. Okay, because that's important. I was just needed to know if that flexibility was there.
Yeah, so we might add some additional line in the future, but we've been working with PCA for quite some time, and they do have very high efficacy products. So we always had good experience, very little any irritations or problems with the aftercare for customers. So we're really happy with it. And they have chemical peels, which are the number one chemical peel company.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions that I had. What is your website? What's your URL?
Yeah, so our website is Brilliant Massage and Skin.
Okay.
And there is like a franchise brochure you can download. We do have special offer for licensed estheticians and massage therapists is 50% off the franchise fee.
Okay.
And then if you were going to do like a smaller pop-up, we could further negotiate,
When you say smaller pop-up, what do you mean by that?
Instead of like a bigger square footage, if you had maybe just started with 1 or 2 treatment rooms, just to kind of get it going.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have such a big overhead to begin with.
For sure.
You can work with people that want to start with less initial investment.
Okay, I can get that from the brochure.
So the brochure will have more like the general information, but it will have like our royalties. So ongoing royalties is 6%, which actually you'll be getting in return our support, ongoing every weekly trainings, and then of course you'll have initial training with us. You can use all our systems, processes, technologies. Like we will provide you with the manual scripts, how to have good client retention, how to sell. We have membership, so that membership software is already set up for facials and massage. So you get to use all that, and then ongoing development and support we would.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, the 6% fees, do they run out after like 5 or 10 years?
So the contract is 10 years with working with us, but so they would be from your revenue each month. It'll be 6%. So from your total revenue.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions I have. I'm going to leave for now. Okay. And I'm going to check out your website, check out the brochure, and the franchise fees are all listed?
So yeah, it's listed as the regular fee is $35,000. That's for like a regular size blueprint.
Yeah.
Like I said, for licensed massage therapists and estheticians, we are currently having a special offer because I want people that are very passionate about this industry to join. Yeah. It's not so much the money that you have, is the passion that more matters to me, because
so it's $17,500.
Yes, but then if you were gonna do smaller pop-up, I can work with you. We can look at your financials, because you're gonna need some money for that.
For sure, absolutely.
Marketing, so we can look. We can schedule one-on-one as well, where we can talk in private.
Yep, sounds good.
Send you FTD. We have the financial also representation that what our current locations, the expenses, and all these things.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Yes, I can send you that FTD also if you'd like. I could email it to you.
Please do.
Shoot me your email on the chat here.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I will put it right in there.
Christy, how is your vehicle doing now?
Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I just sorry I dropped out. 'Cause I'm in,
Okay.
out in the woods, but getting closer to town. So
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad you're
yeah,
back on track. Thank
yeah.
you, Mariah. I have received your email.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much for joining.
You're very welcome.
Okay, have a great day. Okay, so we had one lady, she found us on Instagram, so that is great. Now, Christy, you're already an insider, but do you have any questions that I could answer about our franchise endeavor here? As you already embarked on this journey, we can see if you have any questions that might be helpful also for other people that might be interested getting into the massage and skincare business.
Any questions particular for me, but I like Mariah's questions, and when we were at the franchise convention, kind of what people are looking for, and it is interesting to hear people, like she was saying, she wants to do kind of an outfall thing, but isn't really doing that, or kind of yeah. So just kind of guiding people through. I know I have a lot of experience and I'm passionate about it. Yeah. So,
Well,
yeah, I didn't have any questions in particular.
okay. Well, what I was gonna say, and even before I started the Zoom, I wanted to say that what really matters, like for me, is for our brand, I think it's not just like someone putting up the money or just like the investment part to open, another location, but also the passion and working hard to make it a success. Because if you look at some case studies, I've actually heard this from franchisor yesterday. I was watching a video and he was saying that they have now like hundreds of locations, but they had, for example, people that joined that sophisticated investors with high net worth, and they just, okay, well, I'll just put this money here and hope this works out, versus maybe someone that had less money but like passion and really worked that location and that unit. At the end, they're more successful than someone just like put up the money and hope the money will do all the work. Like, yes, like having more money helps. You can spend more on marketing, more outsourcing, more hiring, different help. But at the end of the day, it's really the passion also and the commitment and putting that, work into setting everything up, putting like soul into it. So I think that's why we're passionate about even offering, discounts and special offers to people that already went to school for aesthetics or massage therapy or been in the industry performing massage therapy, aesthetics, beauty services, or maybe managing a spa, maybe managers that not necessarily perform the services, but they've been working alongside in that sphere. So, yeah, because with the right systems, we can provide the systems, marketing, and technology. And then, if you put in the work in, that location should grow pretty rapidly, unless it's in a bad demographic location. But that's also something we will help you with. I mean, ultimately it's your decision as a franchisee, but at the same time, we do have to work together to narrow down the best possible locations for you. And there is high demand for these services. So as long as you're willing to work, then we'll find the clients and we'll figure it out each location. That was a long rant I just said. Miriam, do you have questions? You're also our insider.
Yeah, I have a question about the technology and innovation. What technology system do you provide for franchisees, and how do you stay ahead of industry trends?
Yeah, so we have My Time software that we use. They are specifically focusing for scheduling and payment processing for services businesses, and specifically franchises, and they're experienced with handling multiple locations. So, for example, we have developed with them our membership model, which will transfer through different locations. It took us a while. We created that in 2019, and it took us at least several months to really kind of work out the kinks and things like that. But that is plug and play that our franchisees can already use, and they don't have to like develop that. Packages is included there, like a referral bonus options, automatic reminders to customers. Then we're also going to have global newsletters. So that means that you as a franchisee, you don't have to worry about, writing that newsletter every week. You'll just, your customers can just receive the newsletter from the parent company, the corporate, which is us, this newsletter will go to our South Burlington location, but will also go to like Stowe location and then other locations. But then also you'll have capability if you wanted to have your own individual newsletter and write, news that relevant more so to your area. You can send those newsletters too. So that's a part of our technology package, the newsletters, and then also marketing will have templates for Instagram ads and vendors that you can also use, that we use. Actually looking right now to onboard potentially a new Facebook marketing vendor, which I think we might need, because we'll have a bigger strategy like with the franchise and new locations marketing. So I'm working on that. And we have also experience in Google Ads and vendors. We can put you together, manage those both. As well, we can have weekly Zoom calls, which your team members can join also, so they can be attending from different locations. So that way you don't necessarily need to host that weekly Zoom meeting every week. And, your staff can benefit from learning like the customer scripts, retention, cleaning, how to just daily operation and work in each location. And then, the ability to have Connect Team app. If you're starting out and you have small team, you might not want to have that right away. It is $99 a month investment. You could have perhaps like Facebook group, or which is free, or you can have text going, but we do recommend that you would utilize Connect Team app. So some of the technologies, we try to use the best vendors that are familiar with the newest updates and technologies, so that we can stay ahead of the curve and competition. This was a long answer too.
Yeah, interesting. Can you tell us your growth projection for the next 5 years?
Well, we are a fresh franchisor still, and we will see how it goes. Ideally, we would like to open at least couple more locations in the next year or two, and then as we work out, as we see the success there, we would like to increase our outreach to get more people interested to open hopefully more and more locations. God willing, we'll see what happens. But We are taking a conservative approach in terms of who we want to work with and who we want to become part of our team. So we want to have stable growth. Sometimes fast growth, is detrimental to some brands because then their reputation sometimes goes down, and so we want to avoid that as much as possible, and we want responsible growth. As we grow, we want to make sure we can support all the locations properly and help them, so we have enough people and time dedicated to each location for their support. So as we scale up, it will be more, but I would say in 5 years, if we can have 10 or 20 locations, 30, that would be nice. 50 would be amazing, but we'll see.
Yeah. So what makes your franchise unique compared to competitors?
Well, for example, I would say that if we compare us to like a legacy brand, it's no longer has, I mean, a lot of legacy brands are very corporate at this point. They don't have the founder involved anymore. And a lot of them already sold out of all the prime territories. Some of the legacy brands, they don't even sell in some states anymore. So if you're looking to get into massage and skincare business through a brand that's already have systems and processes developed, they might not have it available. So that's one thing. And also, I'm very passionate about supporting our franchisees, and we're treating each franchise location as our own corporate location. So whatever they need help with, we will help them to succeed. And we have a model that will allow, once everything is set up, it allows for owner a lot of freedom. So once the location is up and running and you build out good reputation, you have good reviews, it's really flexible for that owner, because even looking at me, I have 2 locations, but now I'm running another company, which is franchise company. It's not the same as massage and skincare business that I'm running. Franchise, this is another business that I'm spending a lot of time on developing now as well. I'm also a real estate investor too. So I manage some properties and I am able to do that, so that just proves that there is a lot of flexibility. Once the business up and running, we have a system that has virtual receptionists, that technology is very helpful to free up the owner's time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Christy, did any questions pop up to you now?
Sorry, I'm driving in kind of intense traffic. No questions, but that I appreciate all of the questions and answers. I think that was like very similar to like the franchise convention that we went to, and kind of like the Q&A that I heard and people's concerns and what does make us stand out. And I know like just being like working with you as a franchisee, and having all the support and that you are hands-on, because I know a lot of the other franchise opportunities that are out get that kind of like, here's my kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to focus on this drive right now.
Yeah, you have a little bit connection. Yeah, it's Vermont, so it is a very good reception. But I understood what you were saying. Understand what you're saying, that like it seemed like perhaps other companies more so just like, okay, well, you come in, you get this like initial training, you get the manual, and like kind of you're on your own. Good luck. So that's not how I operate. That's how now we're very involved to help with whatever you might need. And some people might have stronger suits in one thing or the other. Some people might be great at technology. Some people might be great at hiring and finding people. Some people might be more independent in certain parts. So whatever, you might need more help with, we're here to help. Yeah. So Mariam, any more questions? And we can wrap up our today's call.
Yeah, I have a question about what financial support or financing options do you offer?
Yep. So for people that might need financing, so it's also going to depend on what state you'd like to open in. And we have local financing person here in Vermont and that might be able to offer in surrounding states, but we also have connections with people even like in Texas and Florida and so many other states that they can offer financing through SBA or hardland or like even no money down lenders. I mean, I think if you can put down some money, it'll be easier it'll be less the percentage that you need to pay on a debt service. But we have 401k, we have options with people that can do ROBs from 401ks, help you with that. Like I mentioned, there is some good SBA programs that we have contacts that we could put you in touch in. I'd say financing probably the least concern as long as you have good credit. So we do recommend that you would have 700 and up, 740 be ideal because that will also help you to have more options. And SBA usually wants higher credit score. They have good interest rates usually and less money down required. So that would be my answer.
Okay, that sounds good. I think I don't have any more questions for now.
Okay, well, that was a great question because like money part, it is one of the things that could be preventing someone from wanting to get into entrepreneurship and becoming a business owner. And there is option. We are able to work with lower net worth individuals because we can maybe start with a smaller blueprint, like we had a person join us earlier and then grow into. That's because that's how I started. I started with a smaller, I didn't had great net worth at all. I started with really not much money. I also did a lot of massages myself. So like, especially if you're able to perform the services, you can start with less money upfront. Now, for someone that does not want to perform services, you will need to have a little bit more savings or borrow a little more because you're going to have that dance where you're trying to have enough therapists working for you and have enough clients. Sometimes you have too many clients, not enough therapists. Sometimes you have too much therapists, not enough clients. So until you kind of get into that groove, so it's good to have some backup savings. At least first 6 months or to 1 year, you should be able to support yourself without having to rely 100% on expecting like the high revenue on it because, it's going to take some time to ramp up, I would say couple of years really. So sometimes maybe if you're not performing the services, you might still hold like a part-time other job, as you grow that business as a manager. So, there's different ways to do it, different opportunities. So it's flexible and you got to be creative sometimes because everyone's situation is different.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, well, then we've had a great call. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Mariam. And I will see you next month. We'll do another one. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a brilliant day.